Okay, guys, we will have to emphasize on a particular theory, the psychodynamic theory to our personality. We are today talking about Sigmund Freud's work, and as we have said before, childhood experiences, psychic energy, his psychosexual development, his explanations to our personality. We have discussed this theory in developmental psychology, but in our psychology of personality, what do they have to say about our personality? It's very important that we also dissect it here. So, like I said, their major assumptions is that activities in the subconscious, which are those conflicts on nurtured by the experience, earlier childhood experiences, that they have a lot to talk about whom we became, our personality in the adulthood, right? So that is the major assumptions, that what we are seeing is nothing but the tip of the iceberg, that the what that matters is in the subconscious. So we are going to be talking about one, the psychic energy, two, the psychosexual theory. Under the psychic energy, we'll try to also look at the defense mechanism. So let's flog down the psychosexual theory first and how they use it to explain personality. Now, we're not doing psychosexual theory of human personality, of human development. We are talking about psychosexual theory of personality. They are the same, but what are they now saying about personality? That is our quest here. Like, I will be very fast with it, since we have a video on this same course and the same year and the same semester, then develops human development, right? Developmental psychology. So in this particular one, we have talked about the 5 stages. We're emphasizing on the erogenous zone and the fixations. So we said the first stage is oral stage, where the erogenous zone is the area of pleasure, right? 0 to 1 year. And fixations occur when there is undertraining and overtraining. Please emphasize that. And when there is an inadequate training, it will lead to fixation. And according to this theory, our personality can be influenced and determined to a great extent by these fixations. Our personality will manifest in this line or these fixations, or stable training. If you are trained well, no fixation, you have an adequate personality when you grow. But if there are fixations, they manifest and influence whom you are. That's your personality, right? So you understand that oral stage, we say that the erogenous zone is in the mouth, that the fixations occurring will manifest in your personality. You say, oh, this person is a quiet person. Oh, no, this person is really, oh, come on, she's not easygoing, she doesn't like to talk, right? The other person, she talk a lot, she can't keep quiet, and she like to chew gums. Oh, come on, she doesn't have secrets. This is erogenous zone. This is her personality. You are not explaining persons, right? This is her personality. My friend, see the way she's feeling, thinking, and acting. That's her personality, or his personality. In the anal stage, 1 to 3 years, where the erogenous zone is in the anus, right? Yes, the toilet training and everything, where we have bowel movements, like I want to go to the toilet and everything. If there are adequate training in this place, toilet training, the child will be fine. The personality will be modest, right? But when there are fixations that occur, maybe under training, inadequate training, whether overtraining or undertraining, fixations will occur. Or when they are overtrained, like a small child of 2 years messed up or put in inadequate areas or in the body, you will shout or flog or do some harsh things to that in respect to that age. That is overtraining. You are expecting too much from that age, right? So that will manifest in the personality of the child. You see a perfectionist, you see overneatness, you see so much in other person, it is too much. And you see a stingy person, right? You know, a stingy person today is a stingy person tomorrow. So that's a personality. You see a perfectionist, And if you are privileged to have such as an auntie, I don't know whether you'll be fortunate or unfortunate, because you perhaps may be mopping, cleaning the house 3 times in a day. Okay, thank you. Yeah. But when it is otherwise, I don't know whether you prefer that, because if that is your auntie will be free giver, right? Your auntie, for example, that person, right, will know how to save money, and also the house will always be dirty no matter how you clean it, scattered. Yes, they don't know how to arrange things. That's under training in this stage. You see the personality manifesting there, right? And then in the 3rd stage, I'm rushing this because we have done this psychosexual before, right? So in the 3rd stage, Oedipus complex. So Oedipus complex, the original zone is in the parent of the opposite sex. Remember, at this point, the child wants to kill the father and marry the mother. That is the boy, while the female child want to do the opposite. So you discover that at this point, the boy have discovered this is not tenable. I can't kill my father, right? If I'm not careful, the man may castrate me. Yes, Sigmund Freud said that. So oftentimes, instead of fighting the father for the love of the mother, they befriend the father. They go close so that they can be able to share fairly. Yeah, so that's why you see children growing up and walking like their father, behaving like their father, imitating their father. Yes, personality in action, right? But mind you that any anomaly or inadequate training that occurs there, whether in the male child or female child, you will be seeing LGBT. Okay, you'll be seeing something like that, identity confusions and everything, a lot of things. Yeah. So latency is latency, and everything is latent in that 4th stage. Nothing happens. So the genital stage is when they are going out already. Now they are relating. It's very important that what the child is taught in the house is adequate. If not, when they go out, they instill what they learn what they are taught outside. They assimilate it, and it will debunk every other thing you have done at home. And you see trance, you see hooligans, you see those people or deviant children. This is where it happens. And so this is the psychosexual explanation to personality type or personality. Now, what of Sigmund Freud, again, the same person, what he had to say about this 3 psychic energy. The 3 psychic energy, please take note, is very important for this course. Sigmund Freud, right, said that humans have 3 metaphorical components of human personality: the id, the ego, and the superego. I think I've touched it in one of the courses also, Psy 101. So in the id is innate at birth, is present at birth, right? And id is very immoral. Yes, id always wants immediate gratification. That's why at that stage of human being a small child, whatever you bring, the child wants to put it in his or her mouth. You want to just start eating it, right? You just want no waiting, not later, now. Let's everything. So we grow with it. Remember, it's not a childhood component. It follows us from childhood till infant death, right? Depending on the development and how they are nurtured. Now, you will in this place try to point out the principle that each of these 3 psychic energy obey. The id obey the pleasure principle, the ego obey the reality principle, while the superego obey the moral principle. So the id, as we are discussing, is the place explaining our personality. People who are high on id, right, are those ones that want to steal those mates, those ones that want to rape those girls, those ones that want to rob those banks, and they don't want to work hard to earn it. They don't want thy kingdom come. The kingdom is here with them, and they will establish it by themselves, right? Okay, so that is the id people. they don't have that self-control, immediate gratification. They want to enjoy everything here and now, and there is no better time, even if they will have to break the rules and the regulations of a society to get there. That is the people who are high on it, and that is the explanation of Sigmund Freud to such personality types, which we have around us, right? They can't keep quiet. In fact, they don't know when to keep quiet. In fact, they can't help but just continue. They don't have, in fact, the key word there is no self-control. Lack of self-control, whether in speech or in relationships or in any other thing, right? They are the ones that want to do all the expos in your class, please. Okay, yeah. And the ego, the second personality type, is the executive part of human personality. Executive because it is the one that execute and regulate the war between the id and the superego, which we'll understand later. So, like I said before, this obeys the reality principle. The ego is not immoral, and like the superego is not moral, the ego is amoral. Yes, neither here nor there. So the ego will not tell you, steal that, don't steal the meat. The ego will not tell you, it's not bad. And it will not tell you like the id, take it. You need it, take it. No, the ego will want a more realistic time. Come on, wait. Let them go out. Hey, come on, don't. Oh, you're following that girl. Okay, you know what? Calm down, let her go to that side that there is darkness, right? That is the ego bringing in something. More realistic time, better time to strike. Not telling you not to do it, but telling you, wait. I'm giving for example, right? So the superego is very moral and abiding by rules and norms of a society, and it doesn't want to do the wrong things. So according to this theory of these three metaphorical explanation to our personality, Sigmund Freud said that the right personality that is normal is the one that is based on the ego. Once the conflict between the id and the superego continues, the id will tell you, do it. And superego will say, no, it's not good. When you are high on id, you see those immoral lives. When you are so high again on superego, then you see people that want to go to church from Sunday to Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to morning cry, and after that it's not enough. They want to fast it out and they want to enter the radio stations and continue preaching. Okay, so that's where you see personalities like the pastors, right? You see those personalities in the people who are high on the superego. So adequate personality, according to this theory, is the superego for Sigmund Freud, guys. All right. So the superego, like I said, obeys the moral principle. Yes, and that is his explanation to the human personality. Again, apart from his psychosexual, and in this unconscious, subconscious thing that individuals continue to repress. That moment you want to do something, maybe you want to steal something, your id is pushing you, your superego is telling you it's not right, and your ego is trying to balance it, and you are suppressing it, knowing that the society frown at it, right? All of these things are suppressed in our psychic energy. And how do you know these things manifest sometimes? You see some children that came out from divorce homes that suffer several rejections, and you have